Alrighty. We can put this on over here. We can go up back to you. Alright. Yeah, my sleep schedule's been messed up. Coding overload, we'll have to watch that. Part of me doesn't want to play nuclear option though. I'm gonna be real with you. I kind of really do want to play that game. But I screwed up. I also am gonna be getting forces soon. Let's see. Here we go. Let's start an arena command and just see if we can get some fights. Actually, hold on. We need to set up our ships. And we've got Shredder Gladi, but that's not going to be close to competitive against the arrows. Which is sad, but true. Hey, Silhouette, good to see you, man. Let's really quick go and set up our ship. Also, that was not promising for a lot of players right now. I need to stop taking naps after work to end up being full-on sleeps. And we're gonna grab shredders. And here we go. We add unequip you, JS, FR66. There we go. Yeah, dude. But how's your week going so far? I did get a shipping notification, so I should be getting my Verpals Friday. Only took 3 months. Let's pull out the arrow.
Aerospace. All systems online.
All right. I do wonder.
Check fire. Check fire.
Oh, you can't let me stay here, man.
Check fire. Check fire.
This is exactly how you don't run the M80.
Check fire.
How's it going, FYT?
Shields hit.
Ooh, it's a Hornet who wants to duel. That's not where the fight starts.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
There's the kill. Hey, you're right. Good to see you again, my dude. You've been really kicking it off with Helios, huh? You're in 2 of John's videos. Isn't it okay? This one TSG is a Kraken's folk and been at work. Managed to finally get my cat back into the apartment. She's been roaming around. She's not happy. Oh man. Yeah, 3. That's not how you do it, man.
Shields hit.
He wants to go again. Yeah, but we're very much back in the days of the arrow shredder meta, which is a little sad. I love the time to kill on ballistics. I don't love how they like kind of invalidate shield gameplay or any of that loop, right? Oop, are we in 2v1s?
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
I mean, if he wants to stay at range, we can stay at range. I'm way smaller than him.
Check fire.
And then we're gonna come in here, cut under his turn rate. Get him like this.
Check fire.
Cannot wait for my Verpals on Friday, guys. That's gonna be such a fun time. All right, who else was on me here? 3.
Check fire.
And you're down 2. You must have already been hurt. Are you on me or did you just... Yeah, you're on me. All right.
Check fire.
I think I got the whole lobby on me now.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Okay. Just teleport on me. Just fucking using a flash step right there. Very advanced kind of maneuver, guys. You know, lag switch.
Check fire.
God, the Aurora takes so much to kill. Holy shit.
Check fire.
There it is. Are we on munitions? We're okay for a couple more fights. Oh, nice. I said I hate the instant respawning for ships. They keep moving back like flood. Yeah. What's the new value add for lasers? I guess, but like sort of not even. Okay, he's not actually flying at me. Get me locked up, but I think he's AFK. There's a wolf. I'll fight a wolf. Yeah. So basically, what happened is that they made going on. Oh,
Shields hit.
all right, Cobra. This should be a fun fight.
Check fire. Check fire.
This is kind of just the no holds brawl here. It's just pure aim. Who wins first?
Check fire.
Might be Cobra.
Check fire. Check fire.
Yep, it was. Good fight. Yeah, no, the instant respawn, especially in PU, it's nice if you never PvP. It is awful if you PvP. I saw that and I was immediately against it.
Advanced aerospace. All systems online.
I saw that and I was immediately against it. We already have like kind of really drawn out continuous rearms fights, right? Because usually even if you die quickly, just with how traversal happens, right?
Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire.
But either you die immediately in the fight. If you just claim a second ship, you almost will always have a ship ready to come back, right? Yeah, he's got me. He's got my number. Good fight, dude. I think we're close every time, but he's just, you know, that's the thing with ballistics is you can't really ever reset the fight, right? So you have to just stay in there. Nothing wrong with it. We were kicking ass earlier, now we're getting our ass kicked. That's how it be. But yeah, you've been trying out the Starlight FYT. Oh yeah, what do you think of it? I mean, I'm in a weird place when it comes to refueling ships. They seem like they are a PvE loop entirely right now, which is okay. Like when you think of like a refueling ship, like it's for me, I think like the fuel rafts from Elite Dangerous, right? Where like there was this really awesome player-made system to always go and refuel you. And I think they tried to operate in Star Citizen when refueling was first added to the Starfarers, right? But there's just never really a need. And even now, even with Nyx, where like there is kind of a need if you're in a fighter, right? I don't like that you can just do it with an AI beacon. And then even if you wanted to use player refueling, I feel like obviously this relies on your group or your player, your friend group having these things. But I feel like a ship with RRR, like the Ironclad, like the Polaris, like the Idris, kind of is just the better option. Because you can still refuel off of it. You can just refuel and then also rearm your ballistics, rearm, you know, repair your ship. The repair seems to suck major dick right now. I don't know. I think these purely refueling ships kind of got screwed by that. And like, sure, they can still refuel the large ships, the Cutlasses, the things that don't fit in landing bays, but like, I don't know. I feel like they kind of need to reevaluate that to give them like a much stronger niche, because I feel like their niche has been eroded by the RRR system. You need Hathor and Pyro on stations really sparse, so you need an RR of your own for the PvP can justify IMO. Yeah, so the main use I see for RRR is, of course, in TSGs where the Idris right now is broken and you're gonna want like ballistics rearm, but also like if you're ever doing piracy and you are lane snaring out in somewhere, if you can keep your fighters all together and not have to drop your lane snare in your piracy to you know, have someone go and rearm and then potentially miss the fight, right? I think there's definitely value there. Now for typical stuff like, yeah, Hathor ops and things, it does feel like a bit of a liability, especially because you can just jump really quick to a Shubin site. What ship is that? It's an Ironclad. The angle, it looks a lot more bulbous. Hello.
Shields.
Wow. Okay. Woo, good sir.
Check fire.
Why I can no target you?
Check fire.
Very rude, good sir. I love how derpy it is. I don't know. Misc ships have never been my style. Yeah. Okay, that's not how this works, but okay, bud. And he's in a super.
Check fire.
So you can't get out of this.
Check fire. Check fire.
Brother, I'm in front of you, man. Yeah, noises don't work in a 1v1. Yeah, I just like. I'm not saying in any way that these refueling ships like are bad. I feel like their niche has been really pretty seriously eroded.
Shields hit. Check fire.
Oh, rip. I think we both crashed there. Like, they can refuel big ships, but like big ships don't really need
Aerospace.
refuel that often. In general, I want fuel to matter a lot more. Like, another game I've been playing a decent amount and really been enjoying, guys, is a game called Nuclear Option. And I don't want to, like,
Shields hit.
dude. So rude of him to always tap with ballistics.
Check fire.
Like, okay, he's gonna beat me anyways. He is a better pilot with the arrow than me.
Check fire.
But like tapping me down to black right before we start is a little annoying.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
I imagine we'll see fuel get some squish in the future, maybe. But like fuel shouldn't just be for travel. Is I guess my point, right? Fuel should be for fighting. This is what I was talking about when I was talking about Nuclear Option earlier. Like with any real flight game, right? You're limited by two major things, right? You're limited by your munitions payload, and you're limited by your fuel, right? Even if you have a ton of missiles and ton of cannon shot left, you can't really stay out in the fight if you want bingo fuel. And to get the most out of your ship, you need to be usually when you're in a dogfight, you're going to be in afterburner mode in the in these jets, right? And you're burning a lot of fuel. I really think this artificial boost bar shouldn't exist. Maybe if they want to limit afterburner use, they tie it into heat. Guess he didn't want that, or did he? He didn't flare with me. Let's see if he shoots. He shoots. All right.
Check fire.
Right. So you can overheat your afterburners, but then instead of that artificial gauge, that should just be your hydrogen fuel, and it should burn a lot of it. If you're constantly using boost, you should be burning a lot of hydrogen fuel, and you should need, especially if you're in a small light fighter that doesn't have a lot of space, right? You should really be fuel limited as well as, you know, missile and ammunition limited, right? That would be a way, and like, I'm not just talking about jump range. This is in combat, active combat maneuvering. Exactly, Uriah. Like I said, if you want to have a cooldown, just add in a heat bar, but it could even function exactly the same right now, though I wouldn't like that. Here we go. Let's see if he taps me. I swear to God, he's better than me. He is. I'm not going to admit that. It's just really annoying. What?
Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Gonna get us here again. It's okay. Yeah. Well, so another game that like I think they could use,
Online.
well, maybe not game, but franchise. I don't know if any of you guys know about BattleTech or MechWarrior, right? but it's obviously it's a sci-fi universe. It's all based around giant stompy war mechs, right? But they constantly have heat issues, right? But one thing that they can do is close off and shut off their cooler, shut off their heat sinks. And what this does is it does cook the guy inside. It does heat everything up a lot, but also it dramatically like lowers their emissions. So that way they can, so if they want to be stealthy in a battle that is actively running and ready to fight, then they're going to be cooking themselves. And they can only stay that way as a limited time. I think that'd be a cool idea to add into to stealth gameplay. Is hey, shut off your coolers, really manage your inputs, glide more than fly, right? You know, use decoupled a lot more, and try to do as limited you know, actions that would generate heat as possible. Someone else is on me. Hold on. Fucking rude, dude. But and then that can be like a limiter for your maximum stealth, right? Is how long you as a pilot can keep your coolers closed. But like, I've been playing a lot of this game on Steam, Nuclear Option. Not a lot, only 13 hours so far, but I've been really enjoying it. And it's basically, you know, it's a $20 war simulator that with its own, each round is almost like CS:GO has its own economy, where you start off with small little recon planes. As you destroy ground targets or other planes, you get up to more and more money to buy nicer and nicer things. It's a really cool like sort of combined arms flight game that I really do enjoy. And obviously eventually you get nukes, is what's called Nuclear Option. But this game has such a great missile system, and they can't do it in Star Citizen for various reasons, both server reasons and just how ships fly and stuff. But goddamn, missile gameplay in Nuclear Option is so goddamn fun, both to defend and to attack. And it makes me more in the system that we have now. Like I know it's placeholder as fuck, and they've said that, but like, missiles can be so much cooler. I'm not saying I want them to be one-shotting things like they do in DCS and then, you know, real life in air. Yeah, he's got me every time. Everything in this game feels placeholder. There's a single system in this game after 12 years that isn't placeholder? Yeah, I don't know. Well, okay. Yeah, you're right. It's they definitely want it to be open to everyone, right? The pledge story. I didn't even look at what day it was in DefenseCon. I was so busy today. Why are they pretending they can damage the ironclad? Honestly, Nuclear Option's a better game than SC. It's a really good game. I almost wanted to play it tonight, but I don't think streaming other games on my sources and channel is a very smart move. I think that's a great way to kill my viewer retention stats, especially if I don't advertise it correctly, right? But it's a really good game. Running QIs on Warbond, just day 2 of Misk. I love the that almost every plane in the Nuclear Option has a camera pod, and you get this nice view, even if you're at BVR of the your plane you're shooting down, as long as you have direct line of sight.
Check fire.
We'll let him shoot first. He was very late to accept that. Come on. There we go. Okay. Is he ballistic cannons? Interesting. A little scary if he hits me. That's the if though.
Check fire. Check fire. Shields hit.
Got me once.
Check fire.
Twice.
Check fire. Check fire.
Splash. Oh, I bet you've improved a lot, Uriah. I don't know. Part of me loves ballistic meta because the fights are so short and they feel like you can really impact the battle. And part of me hates it because it's so punishing and it entirely invalidates shields. After critically in the full BVR close dogfighting middle game, yeah, dude. I would love to stream Nuclear Option sometime. I just think it's a really bad idea for this channel. I like to see ballistics on turrets due to ammo and lasers on fighters. Okay, I think I'm seeing the vision. Like it's hard locked. Gosh, yeah, VQ is nice, dude. Yeah, I'm just about to retire mine this week, but not because they're bad. They are fantastic sticks. I am just wearing them into the ground so hard. Try not to tap him because that bothered me earlier.
Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Ah, my aim's trash. Dude, we were winning that at first. My aim is trash. No, I do love my VKBs. I really do. But they are getting so worn down. Like the rubber bits are now like under the plastic shell and stuff, and yeah. Twin six, yep.
Advent aerospace. All systems online.
With pedals. Yeah, but I think he means more for balance than for like thematic say blitz. And this is why it's like I can see the vision, right? Is because turrets, if they all were ballistic and you couldn't put ballistic on fighters, right? That means you fly into a turret, you're taking damage, right? Whereas you still need to work to get shields down with lasers, right? So if they type locked it, that would be, wow, okay.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
I fly single left hand directional thrust and roll right hand. What? I'm sorry. I fly single left hand directional thrust and roll right hand aims. I fly single left hand directional thrust and roll right hand aims. So you have a single VKB. Oh, Scorpius.
Check fire.
He does not want to fight. Okay. We really made sure he saw us. He does not want to fight. That's an Idris. Why are you Idris? Is that applying any damage? Buddy, I don't think we're gonna shoot open a door. But I don't know why his PDCs aren't firing at all.
Check fire. Check fire.
I think this is the only way I could possibly apply any damage to this guy.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
All right, I done all I can. Toby, I 5 minutes less in this tank. I'll give you what I got, man. Use me, abuse me. All right, I'll look for you, man. I see you. And before you kick my ass because you've been flying with Helios.
Check fire. Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
These Shredder Arrow duels always are so stressful. Yeah, dude. Good fight. Dude. Oh. I think I'm bad at the shredder. Good fight though. Good fight. One thing I don't like on the MFD is basically it goes black and I just can't see anything about my own status at all. Let's try. I mean, I'm not sure what will help it. Good fight, Uriah. You've improved so much, dude. Let's try casts. Yeah, no, we are fully in a ballistic meta for fighters. Good fight though. Here we go.
Shields hit. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Yeah, it's so aim heavy.
Check fire.
You can't really win any advantage if you don't, if you start behind. It's still fun, don't get me wrong. So wait, hold on, who's shooting at you? Hold on, wait. This guy interrupted us.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire.
You're so wiggly.
Check fire.
Okay, he's got me well at disadvantage here. But like, this is why I really dislike the fact that like I love the time to kill change, but I hate how it just invalidates shields.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Yeah, with cast I can at least tell. I'm losing. I can't tell at all with on the end of these. Good fights, Uriah. He's kicking my ass. So you're host Sam, right, Uriah? You use a mouse to aim, right? So Deadpool's in the M80? No, not Deadpool's in the M80. Hey, you want to see the M80 loadout? This is the M80 loadout. Maybe Deadpool's on the wingtip. So this is for dueling. ADVs. Mouse and keyboard and pedals. Yeah. God, dude. The instant strafes you get in the arrow are just insane to try and track. You've gotten a lot better, dude. You've gotten a lot better. But yeah, like that's where I am. Like, part of me really likes ballistic meta because you get those fast kills. The other part of me, like I said, is it's so aim based. It's very difficult to win for me, at least arrow versus arrow with my limited skill. Let's see if we can get one of these guys into a fight. Okay, fly out to 1-5. Okay, we're gonna lower that merge speed. So Noga might have been the wrong guy to show this on. He's a very good aero pilot. We fly away, we don't even let him start. We'll get our full shields back, now that we're at 2K. So what you want to do in the M80 is you want to make sure your shields... Okay. And we're through. You know, you can't let your shields get below 40%, or else they'll start applying damage, and then you get into a lose spiral. The Zenogrev is a very good pilot, and he's being third-partied by a pitbull. But anyways, because you can't... Oh, this is literally Adam. Okay, we're gonna let them fight. 4-point late, living up to his name, right? How's it going, Sky? I missed. Where's when we start?
Beginning self-destruct procedure.
Goodbye, frames. We'll go back to our arrow. Yeah, I really hate how they keep fucking making the MFDs worse. I don't think he actually flared with me. Oh, is that... What is going on here? What distance are you being the merge in the M80, and what closure rate are you shooting for rather than trying to face duel you? Well, you want to force a face duel, right? So closing is around 200 meters per second, and then you will try like the shredder arrow is really the hardest fight. Any other fighter that's larger is really in for a tough time. Yeah, doors open, but I think somebody might have already ordered them, and I don't want to get on there and just get blown up. And yeah, and basically you want as long as you can keep them in your guns, you'll nose trade them.
Check fire. Check fire.
All right, if you're gonna third party, I'll third party you.
Check fire. Check fire.
I saw you just open fire on their duel.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
4 shots? Well, yeah, but good luck hitting 4 shots. Fighting a light fighter in the M80 is a slow battle of attrition, and you can win the individual passes, but you need to apply damage on every pass. That's why you do the Gatlings. Oh my god.
Shields hit. Check fire. Check fire.
Yeah, the arrow v arrow stuff for me is not particularly fun, but that's okay. I can lose. It's just, it's so aim based that with my current skill level and sticks, it's just really punishing. You want to go one more time, Uriah? Yeah.
Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire. 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 Check fire.
Oh, come on. We're so close.
Check fire.
Holy shit.
Shields.
Holy shit. That was very close. Were you already damaged, man? I didn't think you were when we went to the merge, but you start getting some lag. Okay, that explains it. Oh yeah.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online. Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
God, my boost is just out.
Check fire.
Oh my god, my boost was just constantly out there.
Shields offline.
These fights are so like nerve-wracking every time. Like, man.
Anvil Aerospace. All systems online.
Especially with velocity unification now, with these weapons just being so damn good.
Check fire. Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Frames died halfway through there.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Oh, that was bad for me. That was a very bad trade for me right there. You win. Yep. God, I was out of boost entirely, and I was entirely off you for like 2 or 3 whole seconds. Yeah, dude, I just really don't think I like the arrow fights right now. It's not your fault. You're doing great, Telio. You're doing incredible. I just don't think I like how these feel. They're so nail biting, and they're so just insane. Just aim. They're like the pinnacle of aim duel, right? I really, like I said, I love the time to kill, but I really wish it was also still had some sort of shield gameplay. You really can't do any sort of disengage or any sort of you know, reset. You can't, like you're locked in. There's, your guns basically never stop shooting, right? But the time to kill is really fun. So like, oh man, it goes both ways, right? Good fight, man. You're doing incredibly well, man. You've improved so much. Bro, I'm using the deadbolts on the M80 and they're kind of nice, but I got destroyed by the Harbinger on Gauntlet 5. So never turn and face tank somebody. You don't have to in the M80, right? The M80 is not a Guardian MX. It's not an F8. And if you fly it like those ships, you're just going to take damage and you don't need to, right? So literally you should only ever you should engage. Once they're over your turn rate or once you're no shooting them, just fly away. You have the speed to choose when the fight happens, so only choose to fight when it benefits you. Yeah, you can't just, oh, who's there? Hold on.
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Shields hit. Check fire.
Who's shooting you in the back?
Locked.
Telio, you got one in your tail.
Shields offline. Check fire. Shields online. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Who's engaging Telio again?
Check fire. Check fire. Check fire. Check fire.
Yeah, they wanted your buns, Telio. It's still working this patch. Sorry for the questions, but I'm so lost. Yeah, still's working. I don't know why my radar levels are getting up into it. So, okay, that was changed a couple patches ago. Your radar power determines at what range you get your pip. Now, it's pretty minor, so you normally can run it pretty low power and it doesn't hurt you that bad. Especially because usually you only want to engage at certain ranges anyways, right? Well, close range really for most ships. It has hurt some ships, like say the Perseus, that would want to, but so like for example, right now at max power, when we're looking at Dark Soul here, we're gonna get our pip right about 1 kilometer, right? And now we're gonna go down to minimum power, and it doesn't really change much. So it's not really super impactful. It depends on the radar itself. It also might not be working totally correctly in Arena Commander because Arena Commander is broken. But yeah, in theory, it sets the range of your pip. That right there looks like you didn't do anything. I'm gonna be real with you. But yeah, deadbolts are fine for a PvE loadout, but especially if you're gonna be in PvP and stuff, I really do think you want ADBs. Yeah, stealth is working. The Animated isn't a stealth ship, of course, so you can still make it stealth here.
Check fire.
Can you mind the Connie the mission? Yeah. So you can either do mix or you can just use missiles for the Connie. About 3 missiles will kill the Connie. I really do view the M80 as a punch down ship. Of course, against a ballistic arrow, it's rough. Uriah's still in the lobby? Oh, rip. Yeah, dude, you're right. You've improved so much. Dude, I know. I saw them ganking you and I dove in to help. I'm like, nah, screw this, man. But you've improved so much, my dude. You've improved so much. I'm so proud of you, man. I do think ballistic meta right now, especially the arrows, does favor the mouse, but that's also me just soothing my ego a bit. Because you're just a great pilot, dude. I wish we could get that TTK, but still be able to play with mags recharging and with shields. The only way to do that is to massively reduce health of ships and stuff and shield stuff, because you just never stop fighting. You literally never pull off that trigger unless you just don't have the shot, right? Ooh, a meteor. Do you want to duel, good sir?
Check fire.
Okay, they're fighting. Doesn't seem to be an honor duel, but I'm not going to interrupt one of Adam's fights. Yeah, if we got the temporary attritions that we had for like a couple days, that would have been a very fun for me, though not very balanced patch. I actually like, I don't hate where armor is right now. I kind of don't. Of course, as the fighter pilot, right, it does make me less useful in the battlefield. But it is kind of cool now that we're seeing separate metas develop for the large ships and for the small ships, right? No large ship is bringing ballistics because the armor just entirely butt fucks ballistics. But all the fighters are like, all right, well, it's not really worth it for us to engage large ships, so we're going back to 4.6 metas here. We won this milk last time, but not this time, it seems. Would you prefer an M80? M80, yeah, easy M80 over the F8. The M80 is actually a dangerous PvP ship. The F8, while it can be good, requires a lot of teamwork. You really need to anchor around it and support it. And also, like, oh, here's the thing. Right here, Allegedly Adam. Allegedly Adam is one of Shadow Moses' business pilots, and he's incredibly good. He's a very good pilot. He's flying an M80. It could just be because it's the new ship and it's exciting. But typically, PvP sweats don't like to fly ships that are bad. So here's the thing, right? The M80 can always choose its fight. Now, unfortunately, it is suffering right now just because of ballistic meta. Because ballistics do counter it really pretty strongly. But it can still win, even against ballistic arrows and stuff. It's just you need to choose the right one, right? And like, I'm not the world's best interceptor pilot. Well, yeah, that's because interceptors are more flight-based than they are aim-based. Especially, like guys, I'm pretty novice in interceptors. I'm just going to fully admit that, right? Like, you don't even corkscrew in them the same way. You have to really use the main thruster for it. Rude, good sir. Allegedly Adam has a deadbolt build. See, while the deadbolt build is good, I feel like if you're going to run deadbolts, I would rather run a meteor with Leonids. What does the interceptor mean? I've heard the M8 is an interceptor, not a dogfighter. All right, so this is going to be a lecture. So hold on, guys. Kajing, I hope you don't mind, but this will be best explained to you via a different way than just in game here. Okay, so a lot of people think the M80 sucks because it has low health and a bad turn rate. Those people are wrong. Those people are comparing it to either a Guardian MX, or they're comparing it to, like, say, like a Gladius flight style. So I'm gonna come over here to SP viewer. We're gonna go to the compare. Okay, so we're gonna start off with not the M80. We're gonna start off with showing you something else. All right, so here is the Gladius. Okay, so the Gladius is just the defaulto sort of standard ship in the game. A lot of things based on it. This is where we will get our base for fighter tuning. So fighter tuning does still have good speed, but also has a very strong strafe left, right, and up. All right, down strafe, it typically not super strong because that's one of the weakest thrusters you have, right? They also will have very strong pitch, yaw, and rolls relative to the interceptors, right? So with these strafes, you're able to stay really close into a fight. You can really easily velocity match with the pip, and you can get those close knife fights. And the primary way you fight in a fighter is to either knife fight or to sort of mid-range aim duel. It depends on who you're flying against, because the knife fight really requires both people to jump into it. Like I couldn't force Telio into a knife when he wanted to stay mid-range, right? So we're now going to show you just another example of fighter tuning. So this is the Hurricane. So this is the heavy fighter, and notice how it's the same shape. This is the same shape, but it's just worse because it's a more massive ship. The ship has more weight to it, so everything's worse, right? Okay. We're gonna bring out the Buccaneer. The Buccaneer is like the Gladius of the Interceptors. That's a different shape. So you'll notice it has dramatically worse strafes in every direction, and it has worse pitch, yaw, and roll. Well, this thing must suck then. Why does anyone do it? Why does everyone use it? Well, because of this, right? So even in SCM, it's faster, and boost is dramatically faster. It's faster in nav, and right here, this is a huge part of it. Look at that boost duration. You have pretty much maximum boost duration. Okay. What these two spokes on this wheel let you do is basically you just choose when the fight happens. So if you turn fight, if you get into a knife or a turn fight where you're raiding each other, you'll lose every single time in an Interceptor. So now we're going to pull up the F8, right? There's that same shape we're familiar with seeing. Here's the M80, if it's in here yet. Boom, right? So first of all, the M80 actually has the same pitch as the F8, which is not typical. But once again, we have a way more boost duration, and look at this speed difference. Look at that speed difference. That's huge. So when we're flying the M80, what we want to do is force them to only nose trade with us. We've got a lot of firepower. Interceptors always have more firepower than fighters. They have bigger guns, they have more of them, right? So for example, this thing, if you compare it to the Guardian, it has 2 more size 4 guns than the Guardian. If you compare the Guardian and MX, it has two higher size guns than that. If you compare it to the F8, it's a little sad, right? But you don't turn fight. You don't turn fight. What you do is you will merge in to your target. Let's find somebody we can fight here that is not also in an M80, because when you're in the same ship, you can turn fight. Here, Dirt Snack. All right. So we're gonna come in. We're gonna use our speed. We're gonna merge it in. We want to merge actually a little slower than this. We want to merge at around 200. So now we can engage. And he died there because he wasn't paying attention, and then we kind of ganked him. But basically, you engage, and then once they're over your turn rate, once you can no longer nose onto them, you stop nosing, you boost out. Now, there is a corkscrew you can do, but you need to do it with your main thruster. You can't just do it with your strafes, because your strafes are so weak, right? And it is a more difficult maneuver. But basically, you always force the fight to be you are merging in with them. You control the speed of that merge. You engage them with your better guns until they get over your nose. Then you fly out and reset the fight again. It's not jousting. Jousting would be this. This is jousting. This is me not worrying about my merge rate. Telly, I'm going to use you for an example. I'm sorry, bud. And I go bam, 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 and I'm joust through. That's jousting. That's not what you want to do. Once again, you want to control your initial merge. Maximize your gun time on target. Now, this is an M80, so we can just duel this. When you're in the same ship, it doesn't matter, and you can do these. So he has deadbolts, by the way. He has deadbolts, and I just get to apply more consistent damage. And remember, guys, DPS doesn't matter. Apply DPS matters. The more you hit matters, right? So right there in the M80 versus the M80, deadbolts versus ADBs, I won, right? Because I could just keep up more steady, more consistent damage. I mean, I'm hurt already, so this. All right, he's shooting at me. He doesn't know anything about pitch fight. So he's going to drop chaff. Chaff does not work. Noise and chaff does not work in a duel. You can't do it in a duel. He also can't outrun me because we're the same ship. Boom. Does that make sense? Does anybody have any questions on interceptor or interceptor flight, right? Now, one other thing, and this is why they are so strong. You guys are seeing the interceptor in its worst condition. You're seeing the interceptor in duels. The interceptor is at its strongest in a team fight, because then when one person disengages, when they do their push through, right? A second interceptor will get on the tail of the attacker, and then they will get free engagement until they turn around. And so you can trade aggro between two different interceptors very strongly while you have more speed and more guns. So your health doesn't matter because you're not going to sit there and let them shoot you. And this is why everyone's like, well, man, it has so much less health than the other heavy fighters. Don't stand still and let and slug it out. That's not what the M80 is. The M80 needs to choose its fight, take its fight, and then leave once it's not in a favorable position. Now, the arrow is a very dangerous matchup for it, especially a ballistic arrow, because if we go through here, let me pull out the anvil arrow. If we look, the speeds are so close. They're so close, right? You're still faster. You will still get away, but you need to be very careful when you run. Basically, you want to start running when they're still looking at you and not when they're perpendicular to you. If they're perpendicular to you, they'll catch you. You need to run while they're here, so that way they need to fully turn around, right? Tell me more about the specific course with your M80. Okay, I want to clarify. I am bad at this. I am typically a fighter pilot, not an interceptor pilot. But if you just try to do a regular corkscrew, which we'll try. Okay, so we position offside. We go forward, twist and roll. We don't have enough upstrafe to really make this apply any sort of deflection. It barely rolls us, see? And so we're not getting any deflection off of that. So instead, what you need to do is sort of position it under your nose, boost towards the pip, roll, and then use your actual nose in your main thrust to create that corkscrew. It's really different, and you need the TVI there for that. But that's the only way you'll be able to actually create a meaningful change in cork. Otherwise, you will just simply eat shots as you run. Because also, applying strafes will slow you down. And of course, your speed is your life. So there are better interceptor pilots that can teach that to you better than I can. I'm still learning it myself. So see, this guy right here is doing it wrong. He's turn fighting. You don't turn fight. You never turn fight. You see how bad that is? He is deciding to lose. This is, no, I'm serious. This Forgotten Tenzin is just deciding to lose, because he does not need to fight the fighter where the fighter is strong. He can just fly somewhere else and come in and fight where he is strong. By engaging in this turn fight, he is just agreeing to lose. And this is why interceptors are so highly rated in team fights, because they have full control over what happens. Sure, if you let this happen, like he's choosing to let this happen. He can leave at any time, but he's staying in and turning with this guy, which is not how this ship is flown. And that's why he's getting completely wrecked. That's why he's red and this guy's fine. Now the loadout choice also matters, because deadbolts are very hard to hit with in combat, right? Like I said, if you're running deadbolts, just run a meteor. The meteor will be better at that. And there's the kill. This This is a little unfair because he's already injured, but we'll see if he'll take another fight with another MIDI. He might be feeling good about the last one. All right. So we push out. Now we roll back in about 1.5 to 2K. Okay. So now we come into merge. We merge at 200 meters per second. A little fast here, and then while we sit here, and then he's over us, we fly away. See that? We're at 2K. We can turn back in. And we fly away. We don't turn. We fly back out to 1.5. Roll back in. We don't stay in his turn fight. We don't let him use fight where he's strong. We control this fight. And any damage we're dealing, since we have so much more armor than him, we're winning the advantage there. We would have won that fight even without the ram, but still don't like doing it. So see, we did not turn with him. We didn't let him use his advantage, and he doesn't have the stats as long as I exit correctly, right? As long as I exit correctly and I get away, like he's fast. The alpha was fast, but if I exit correctly, he can't catch me with boost, right? We have more boost and we're faster in it. Is this way of fighting applicable to not? No, it is not. No, it is not. You need the speed advantage, and otherwise, if you're in a fighter and you do this, you are just giving up slot, and you're giving up the turn fight, right? So in a fighter, you never want to nose off them unless you just are absolutely fucking noisy, navving out, bolt disengaging, because you're giving up DPS and you're giving up slot. Slot, by the way, refers to any angle where you can be shot, but you cannot shoot them, right? So like here is slot, here is slot, here is slot. All slot means is someone can apply damage to you and you can't to them, or vice versa, right? So for example, right now I'm in the slot on this guy, so I can shoot at him, he can't shoot at me. You usually don't get to stay here. Usually that will get pushed out. Why you bald? How about mine the other day? Hey Drift, good to see you, man. Once again, this guy is simply choosing to lose the fight. Oh, he finally figured something out, but unfortunately he only didn't boost away far enough. So you need to run the 1.5 or to 2 kilometers to be able to turn around and be ready by the time they catch you. Real talk, actually, Jonah. I know you're trying to be funny or trolly. Do you want to see Bald Eric? Bald Eric exists. I went to military school. Hold on. I'm not afraid to show this. I looked like a goddamn 6-foot-tall baby. It was bad. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Look at that, guys. Look at that ugly motherfucker right there. Yeah, that was bad. Thank you, military school. Thank you, military school. You're in deadbolts? Okay. If you're, I'm not a fan of yeah, my eyes, right? I'm not a fan of pure deadbolts. If you're gonna do pure deadbolts, then you should just do a meteor with deadbolts. It's better. But if you do Gatlings and deadbolts, or pure Gatlings, I like that a lot more. I hear like you were 30 years ago. I miss it. I actually need to cut all this stuff off. It's bothering me how long it is. Not gonna be as short as what I just showed you in that photo, guys. I swear, military haircuts for kids is like child abuse. Yeah, no worries. I'm still thinking we're gonna do an interceptor class drift. We were kind of doing one in here. There's missing from down here. This is the Alpha Wolf. Turn a little early, but I don't want him to disengage. There's the kill. Was thinking TSB arrow might catch him in, but no, yeah. Those were fun, dude. You're really good, Ura. You've improved so much since when I first met you, man. I'm really proud of you, dude. Keep it up. I'm getting my Verpals on Friday finally, and those won't make me better. If anything, they'll probably make me worse for a little bit while I get used to new sticks. But I'm excited for that. Only run an SPV or managed to get EM down to 4.8. I mean, 4.8 is good. It's just, it's not really like, if people are active and paying attention, it's gonna be rough. Yeah, that's my issue with ballistic meta, especially in the arrows. In the arrow v arrow, it's so aim jiggle based, which is not super fun for a stick user, right? But we also have interceptors that are showing now, and interceptors are pretty flight based, which is kind of cool too. I don't know. I would really like there to be more of a balance. Oh, what the fuck? Excuse you, sir. Sir. Did he open his docking bay? How long do you think for the new flight model? Dude, it's not coming soon. Fall at the earliest. They did mention it semi recently in that they did mention it in that China Citizen Live. Okay, we're not doing a flare and pass. That's okay. Ooh. Apply some damage through here. Don't turn with him. Pull back away. We're at 1.5. We're gonna turn back in. Keep that in pitch. Come to a sane merge speed. He fell out of that, so we are going to turn that time. Let's try and maximize our time on target here. And why we want ballistics and why we want the Gatlings is because, well, just like that, even though we only hit him a little bit, look, he's red. We're not. So you want every shot to count. So it needs to be ballistic, of course. And you need to be able to just maximize your shots on target. There's the kill. That's a light fighter kill with a heavy fighter interceptor. But you have to fly it correctly. If you fly it like the other dude was flying it, you're just literally choosing to lose. Looks like I'm swapping, yeah, right? Looks like he wants to land the Aurora in the Polaris, so we're letting him do that. All right. Sorry guys, I was dealing with Jonah. He came into the last live stream and was also fighting with people and being quite rude. So that's just gonna be a ban. It's not even that he's talking about the ship, it's just that, you know, he was fighting with people last live stream. We were on the MND as well. So I'm not gonna deal with that. Here we go, once again. Push through that. Don't let them stay on us. See, it's really important is how you disengage. If you disengage too late or too long, they will catch you. He's going to fly by because he has too much speed, so we are going to turn that time to try and maximize gun time. Basically, you need to see if they're going to merge with you correctly or incorrectly. If they merge you incorrectly, you can turn, you can take advantage. Because every hit we get damage, and they need to get our shields down to 40% before they get damage, right? So this can be a long fight, but the fact that a heavy fighter can do this is one thing. Remember, dueling is not where interceptors are at their strongest. Dueling is where they're at their weakest, right? Where you want interceptors is in the team fight. Because then look, as I fly away and he's flying straight at me, one of my teammates can fly right in behind him, bracket him, and then we can swap that aggro out. So he's being... he tried to J-hook me there and I didn't even push through him. I saw what he was trying to do, but I just like, okay, if you're just gonna turn around in front of my guns, that's one thing. Okay. We don't stay here. He's red, we're not. So it can be a slow fight. Especially if they're being super evasive like this. Which is what they need to do, right? Because your nose rate does suck. This is another reason why deadbolts are not the answer in PvP. Because you need to be able to pull the trigger whenever is possible, and the rate of fire on those and the amount of lead that they put in the air is simply not enough to reliably hit fighters. Damage is great, but damage only matters if it hits. There's high speed there, so we can apply some hits through there. So yeah, so he's spending a lot of energy being very evasive, but he's not hurting me at all. This fight is not progressing in any way towards him, and there's the kill. He messes up one time, we get the kill. So yeah, dueling is where the interceptor is the weakest. These are the 80Bs, 84Bs, and 85Bs. Really? You shot at me? Very rude, good sir. Why does everyone always fucking noise in a 1v1? It never... Has that ever worked in the history of ever? Yeah, this is how you can apply damage even if you don't have guns, right? You just need to velocity match and then use your... Oh, rude. Rude, good sir. I am currently dealing with an attacking capital ship, and you want to come in and hit me in the butts with ballistics, and you crash yourself out. Oh, this without the mad bee. So yeah, if I wanted to fight this guy legit though, I would probably put size 4 deadbolts on. But like I said, I really think this ship shines in actually anti-fighter actions. I think this is a punch down ship, and the Meteor is a good pairing with it to deal with capital ships. Oh, a little bit off there on the matching. Why are you no charge? I've got... Not arming them right now. What the fuck? Oh, okay, we hit that. Hold on, where's my Meteor?
Welcome to Roman Space Industries. Enjoy the ride. System check.
Where did he go? An alternative for the Buck for punch down? Well, the Buck doesn't really punch down. The Buck punches at his weight class, right? And a fleet of Bucks might still win, but the firepower that the Meteors have is pretty scary for Bucks. So I really need to see, right? Has everyone left this? Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we can do some PU shenanigans now, I guess. We got a good amount of PvP in right there. I'm gonna top off my drink really quick, guys. In classes, so fighter versus caps. Got you. Put one on the thing. Be right back. All right, I have returned. All right. Yeah, but I think right now, like, kind of the ideal squadron would be Bucks, Meteors, and M80s. You wanted just a fighter squadron. Run them on ballistics. Have a Polaris for just for rearm. Yeah, that'd be scary. That'd be very scary. Oh my god, the frames. Why are the frames so bad? Yeah, you have a good one as well, Uriah, man. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for the duels. Boy. Kitchen boy. No. All right. I think I want to win Hathor a bit. Try and get some components. Still need FR-76s. Still need tons of grade A's. There's not going to be much PvP because this is a very, 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 very low pop shard. Only 175 people on. Yeah. But there's another advantage of the M80 is we can use it to gather its own equipment because it has that interior. Same with the Meteor, right?
Welcome to the ASOC Vehicle Retrieval System.
So there it was.
Vehicle selected. Stand by. Your vehicle has been... Please visit us again.
Hathor and chill, right? Yeah, we'll just low fly around. We'll check for components, see if it was active. I mean, if we get a fight, we get a fight, but I don't think we will with the server. What's the FPS doing, guys? I need to just wipe this computer completely clean and start over.
Origin ship works at your service. Core system operational.
All right.
Complete.
Hopefully, once we get out of the station, the frame rate will stabilize. All right.
Landing gear.
Yeah, right now we have Loricas on.
Shield system inactive.
Nope, frame rate's still being trash. Ugh, dude, this is so frustrating. My laptop, my 40s, oh sorry, my 5070 Ti laptop, one's better. In the PU, which is wild.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive.
Kitty really wants attention. He really wants attention. Oh, Don't fall, baby. I got you. I got you. I got you. There you go. Okay, we'll go for the other one. Ooh, I should look at the TS MB5 Gatlings. I've melted my Super Hornet.
Quantum drive deactivated.
All right, there's the path.
Shield system active.
There's a flying ship down there. That is a Sir Blackthorn in a Cutlass. I'm gonna scan him, see what he has. My frames are literally like 2. This is awful. We're like in seconds per frame territory now. He's gonna kill this black. Dude, please frame rate. If he has a cargo bay full of components, we will take him out. I'm not seeing anything in there. Dude, this frame rate is awful. It looks like he's running the other things. We're gonna try and be quick here then.
Landing gear deployed. Landing complete. Engines inactive.
Yeah, the frames are definitely gonna whack me. This is bullshit. I've been debating a full wipe for a while. I also kind of really want to move to Linux, but I've been testing it on my laptop. I still have some stability issues with Star Citizen on Linux specifically. Yeah, that's already fully looted. The question is by who?
Engines active. Launch complete. Landing gear raised.
Yeah, man, it's midnight for me. I just my sleep schedule is so screwed. I really don't like how the frames are right now.
Landing gear deployed.
Bro, can't park there, mate. Can't park there. Another game I actually do want to play is Forza Horizon 6. I really do enjoy the Forza Horizon games. I also enjoy sim racing, like legit. But I need to wait a little bit longer to get it. Man, this is all heavily looted.
Engines active. Launch complete.
Wait. You need a flight suit? Oh yeah, dude. You definitely need a flight suit, especially in this ship. You pull a lot of really hard G's. A lot of full burn moments right here.
Landing gear raised. Landing gear deployed. Landing. Engines inactive.
No, but I really enjoyed running my Soul 3 flight suit. This flight suit is actually awesome. It's not quite as good as the unarmored ones, but it gives me a slot for a backpack. It gives me a little bit of internal storage and 2 more magazines. A crossfield I will take. A crossfield is a very, very good. Yeah, it was only grade B, but it's still a very good quantum drive. Hold on. Right there, snug as a bug on the rug on the bed. Flight suit at Grim. This flight suit that I'm wearing right now, you can't get. Ooh, a Mirage isn't very nice. I will definitely take a Mirage. And a Dynaflux. I'll take both of these. Ow. So, but you can get flight suits at Cubby Blast. At I think at Levski you can get them. You can get them in a lot of places. But yeah, so there's the Tailwind flight suits. The ones that are the same as like the Drake Defense Con one, right? Just with different colors. And those don't have any armor. But those give you 110% G resist. Where did I get this one? So I bought this one. This one was part of a CitizenCon bundle pack. But you can loot this one in ASD facilities. And people say the bed's useless. Storing me a brand new quantum drive.
Engines active. Launch complete.
Yeah, especially because this ship can pull upwards of 22 Gs. Or apparently we pulled 90.6 Gs or 89.6 Gs at some point. That doesn't seem right. Is that like, was that registered when we were like dropping out of quantum or something? God damn. Let's go check on that Cutlass again. Cutlass is gone. Interesting. Where did Cutlass fly off to? Did he just get out? He may have just skedaddled. Should be OLP. Nothing too special up here. A vulture. Alright, time to head to the next site. Think though it'll be dark over there. Let's head to Lamina. Is that suit still available? So... not officially. You can buy it on the gray market. But it's a bit expensive. It's a bit expensive. Now, so I originally bought it on the gray market because I wanted it for the to be like kind of the image of the channel, right? So like in a lot of my early videos when I did show myself and stuff, like my in-game character, right? I'd be wearing this flight suit as like part of the persona. So that was before flight suits were like relevant. Why do I have no attitude control? Doo-da. What the fuck doo-da day.
Core system deactivated.
There we go.
Shield system active.
Very weird. But yeah, you can get it on the gray market, like Star Hanger and stuff. Like I said, you can find the brown version at the AST facilities.
Landing gear deployed.
Interesting loadout. This whole area looks like it got strafed.
Landing complete. Engines.
All right. It's funny to see somebody from my org recruiting in the global chat on just a random server I join. Ooh, okay. Crossfield number 2, Electric Boogaloo. I don't know if I can fit 2 in here. We're gonna try. The crossfields are great size 2 quantum drives. Yeah, we're not gonna fit 2. But maybe... maybe we can slip it in there when we close up shop. A polar? An okay cooler. Military coolers are slightly more valuable now that we need anti-distortion and TSG. So we're going to put you right there. This is so useful though, to have a ship that can fight and fight very well once you know how to use it, right? Slipstream. That's a stealth grade A. I like it. I'll also be able to loot and not have to like run anything too exotic of a ship. Nothing too crazy in these things. Oh. Oh. Okay. I know the missile launcher isn't amazing, but we're gonna take it. It does not like the ramp. That nearly killed me. Yeah, I don't think we're getting two of these out of here. All right, we're gonna give up before we lose something of that of value. Goodbye, Crossfield. We already got one of you anyways. All right. Well, we got a decent little haul there.
Engines active. Launch complete.
Let's see. We still got more to check. I do really like this lamp. This is probably my favorite lamp. You, sir, are taking my loot.
Check fire. Check fire.
Why are we still accelerating forward? I'm in full reverse. What the heck? I was in full reverse there, and we were still accelerating forward. The game almost karmaed me. I see a body. Is that his body? Kind of looks like it, doesn't it? That doesn't look like an AI.
Landing gear raised.
Now I don't know if I can get any of that.
Engines inactive. Landing gear.
Here, we also need to be careful. Yeah, that's definitely a person, player right there. I don't know if we can shoot open the cargo bay. Darn. I was just a second too late. Damn, he definitely has some good components. I should have fired a little sooner. I was trying to just get him though. But we got an alignment blade, so I mean, we pirated. Set back to Seraphim. It's late.
Engines active. Launch complete.
Yep. It's my typical way of gearing up ships, though we were late to the party this time, it seems.
Shield system inactive.
How are you doing, man? We're probably gonna be getting off once we're back at Seraphim and unloaded. Yeah, I've never had that mission complete.
Quantum drive deactivated.
That mission has always bugged out on me, has always had broken elevators. I've never enjoyed it.
Quantum drive activated. Quantum drive deactivated.
There it is.
Quantum drive activated.
Yeah, I've tried the Vandal text mode probably about 4 or 5 times, and every single time it's just been entirely broken. But yeah, but you still need to go to all of those different locations, right?
Shield system active.
Also, just the FPS in this game is just not super up my alley. Like I'll enjoy FPS. I like FPS games, but the way the AI work in this game are just annoying. I'm a ship boy.
Landing gear deployed. Landing. Engines inactive.
Yeah. I feel like everything's dropping less components. Like, I feel like by now, with the amount of Halter runs I've done, I would already have at least 2 fully kitted ships with grade A parts. And I'm struggling. Alrighty. How is it you can see what size and grade they are when you have to be in them? That's a great question. This is actually part of a text pack, a language pack, made by the YouTuber Mr. Kraken. It does some other cool things too. It also puts them in things like Arena Commander. Those markers. It also, when you go to contracts, it will tell you which contracts drop blueprints and what blueprints drop in them. So right here, help protect site, blueprint. And then you can see this is all added in here. And this is approved by CIG because all it does is change text. It doesn't do anything else on the, you know, it's literally just a language pack. But yeah, so it tells you like the rep you get, the possible blueprints that can drop from it, as well as changes to mining, so that way you can more easily see things like Hephaestonite. Changes Hephaestonite to Hef, so that way you can see the quality of it better and things, right? Yeah, yeah, it's on GitHub, but no, I'm sure you can find the source for it. But it's rather helpful. The only issue is you have to update it every time they update the game, right? It doesn't update with the game natively, right? So that caused me to have some issues on scanning certain things, right? When I had an older version, they added in new stuff. Anyways, shorter stream tonight, but we did do a bunch of PvP earlier, and so that was fun. But it's 12:30, so I'm gonna probably get off for right now. Might go play a bit of Nuclear Option. I've been really enjoying that game as of late. I would love to stream it, but I think streaming anything that's not Star Citizen on this channel just isn't a good idea, algorithmically. So anyways, thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Sorry for a shorter stream tonight, but I'm gonna go ahead and bounce on out of here, and you guys all have a good one.